Hello everyone. Today let's discuss about energy and work. Energy is a common word that we use regularly in our daily life. Soon after you've done something heavily or after some heavy work, you might have said, "Oh, I'm tired. I lost my energy." Like this, you frequently use the term energy. Flying across river requires energy. Lifting a heavy material to the top floor requires energy. Walking or running on the road requires energy. Orbiting space station requires energy. Or in simple words, any type of motion requires energy. The term energy is so broad that a clear definition is difficult to write. A simple definition we can give like energy is the quantitative property that must be transferred to an object in order to perform work on an object. Energy is a conserved quantity. Law of conservation of energy states that energy can be converted from one form to other but not be created or destroyed. The SI units of energy are joule or kilogram meter square per second square. The dimension is ml squared t power minus 2. You may know different forms of energy like sound energy, light energy, heat energy, etc. The energy can transform from one of these forms to other. Just think many types of energy as being numbers representing money in many types of bank accounts. You can transfer money numbers from one account to other. However, the total money or the total amount is always accounted, or say it is conserved. Like this, energy also can transform from one form to other, but the total is always conserved. All forms of energy is either kinetic or potential. Now let's have a quick look onto these energies. The potential energy. Energy stored by the body by virtue of its position related to others, stresses within itself, electric charge, and other factors. Example, when you are standing at the top of a hill, you possess more potential energy than when you stand on the ground. The chemical energy, elastic energy, nuclear energy, gravitational potential energy, all are comes under potential energy. Now, kinetic energy. It is the energy that a body possesses by virtue of its motion. So, basically, kinetic energy is associated with the moving bodies. As you walk on the road, when you swim, when planets orbit sun, all these situations, kinetic energy is being utilized. Mechanical kinetic energy, electrical kinetic energy, thermal energy, all energies comes under this class. The basic expression for kinetic energy is half mv square, where m is the mass of the moving object and v is the velocity of the moving object. This expression is valid in the case where the velocity of the moving object v much less than the velocity of light. Work. As we talk about energy, the term work also we use frequently in our daily life. It is generally used in context to any kind of activity requiring physical or mental effort. We define energy as the work done by a force acting on an object is equal to the product of the force and the displacement of the object in the direction of force. And it can be mathematically expressed as the work W equal to F dot D, where F is the force and D is the displacement of the object. When we push or pull a heavy load or lift it above the floor, then we are doing work. But when you carrying a heavy load and standing still is not doing any work according to the scientific definition of work. The term energy is more related to work as energy can be defined as the capacity to do work. You may have heard about positive work, negative work, and zero work. Now let's look at each one. The first one is the positive work. If a force displaces the object in its direction, then the work done is positive. That is W equal to Fd. Let's take an example. Motion of a ball falling towards the ground, where the displacement of the ball is in the direction of the force of gravity. Negative work. If the force and the displacement are in opposite directions, then the work done will be negative. Example, a ball is thrown upward. Here, the displacement would be upward, but the force of gravity is downward. There, the work done will be minus Fd, where the displacement is in the negative direction. Next, we will look into the zero work done. If a force results in zero displacement of the object, then the work done by the force will be zero. Here is a man who is pushing a heavy ball, but the displacement of the ball is zero, which results in the zero work done. However, in this process, his muscles are using his internal energy, and as a result, he gets tired. Now let's see how to calculate the work done. We have seen that a force is required in order to make a work. That force may be constant or variable. First we look at the constant force. First we look at the work done by a constant force. Here the work done is defined as the work W equal to F dot D. The work is a scalar quantity where F is the force and D is the displacement. The F dot D can be expressed as Fd cos theta, where theta is the angle between force and displacement. Here is an example for constant force, the gravitational force mg, where m is the mass of the object and g is the acceleration due to gravity. Suppose a particle moving from point A to point B along a curve which is shown in the red lines. The arrows indicates the force of gravity which is downward, where the line AB makes an angle theta with the vertical. The work done by the force of gravity during the transition from A to B is W equal to mg into AB cos theta, where AB cos theta equal to h, where h is the height of the object at point A. If particle ascends a height h, the work done by the force of gravity is minus mgh. This is the positive work and this is the negative work. The work done by the gravity only depends the initial and final positions of the object and it does not depend on the path taken. Thus, for a round trip, the work done by the gravitational force will be zero. Now let's take the case of spring force. Again, it's a constant force. Look at the picture. One end of the spring is attached to a fixed vertical support and other end to a block of mass m, which moves on a horizontal table. Let x equal to x1 denote the position at time equal to 0 and natural length of the spring. We need to calculate the work done to move the block from x is equal to x1 to x is equal to x2. The spring force is given by F equal to minus kx, where k is the spring constant. The work done for the displacement dx is dw equal to F dx. So the total work done in moving the body from x is equal to x1 to x is equal to x2 is given by w equal to integral f dot dx, which is equal to minus integral x1 to x2 kx dx. The negative sign here indicates that the force and displacement is in the opposite direction. So on integrating, we will get half k x1 square minus half k x2 square. Here also, that is in the case of spring force also, the work done does not depend upon the path taken, and it depends only the initial and final position. Thus, for a round trip, the work done by a spring force will be 0. Force perpendicular to velocity. Suppose a force F which acts perpendicular to the velocity of a moving body, that is F perpendicular to V, where V is the velocity of the moving body. We have the work W equal to integral F dot dr, where dr is the small displacement, and we can write dr equal to V dt, where dr is the displacement covered by the particle within a time interval of dt with a velocity v. So W will be equal to F dot V dt. But here we have the force which is perpendicular to the velocity of the object. Thus, F dot V will be 0. That is, the work done by a force which is perpendicular to the velocity of the body will result in 0 work done.